What's up guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel, and this time we have something pretty special for you. This week is race week for me up at Road America in Wisconsin for the Porsche Deluxe Carrera Cup North America Series. So we will be doing a road trip to Road America presented by Mobil 1. We're going to be starting here in Indianapolis where I'm based and heading all the way up to the gorgeous racetrack at Road America. And the coolest part, we get to do it in this awesome Porsche Taycan. A big thank you to Porsche USA for giving us this beautiful Mamba green Taycan for the week to play around with. But the coolest part is that Porsche and Mobil 1 are joining us both in this video, and they are also already such great global partners with each other, so we're very happy to have both of them along for the ride this week. So apparently you can use the My Porsche app on your phone to locate active charging stations, maybe remote park it, lock the car, and locate the car. So if you look at this one, we've also already renamed it. So if I click on this, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So I can like change the temperature that we want the car to start at. So like right now, it's kind of hot outside. So we're gonna start pre-cool heat. So these are the charging stations, I guess, that are around Road America. We're gonna have to figure out how this all works, but we're just having a play so far. I feel like I need to learn. So this is really my first experience with EVs kind of in the real world. I've driven a couple like trackside just as a trial sort of thing, so I am a complete newbie at this and definitely my first time road tripping in an EV. So we are going to head out to Indianapolis International Airport where we will meet one of the EV experts, Kyle Connor, and he is graciously going to explain to us the ins and outs of the Taycan as well as how to strategize your charging stops on your EV road trips. The infrastructure currently, I think, is going to be a little challenging, so we'll see how it goes, but we have about a 6-hour trip if we were to not stop at all. No snack breaks, no potty breaks, no lunch breaks, no charging breaks. So I'm estimating that we'll probably have to add around maybe 2 hours for all of that. We'll see how it goes, but we're gonna get ready, head into the car, and go meet Kyle up at the airport. Alright guys, we are here at Indianapolis International Airport and we got to meet up with Kyle Connor. He's going to be our all-wise and knowing guide during this road trip because this is our very first experience with an EV road trip, let alone really an EV day-to-day. So he is here to answer all the questions and most importantly, make sure we don't get stranded on the side of the road. So one thing I really like that you just told me about though was the size of the batteries. So can you walk us through why the Porsche tends to charge up faster than other EV models?
Your car has a 93.4 kilowatt hour battery pack gross capacity. Usable is somewhere in the mid 80 kilowatt hour range. That's fairly small compared to its competition. So we were discussing, okay, well, you're not going to get that huge 500 plus mile range that some electric cars offer. But also the Porsche has a little trick up its sleeve to actually be faster on a road trip than a lot of bigger battery cars. And it's because it can onboard energy very quickly. In nerd speak, it can do 270 kilowatts all the way to 50%. So to get from 0 to 50% charge takes only 10 minutes in this car. 0 to 70% takes roughly 14 minutes when you can find a charger to hook it up to. So that's what I'm here to help you do, is basically maximize the car with the existing infrastructure in the ground, which, to be totally transparent, isn't the best. It's still early days for EVs, but there's enough out there where you can maximize the Taycan if you know how to manage your electricity, if you know how to get the battery temperature just right, and it can charge extremely quickly because of the cooling package on this car and also some logic for battery preheating. So it's pretty cool. It's all temperature controlled, and I'll walk you through how to optimize it. We are essentially today going from Indianapolis up to Madison, Wisconsin, roughly. But one thing the Taycan does, which is pretty cool, is you'll see we'll try and select like the farthest away charger we maybe could stretch it to, which is Rockford. It's 266 miles away, so it could be just a slight out of range distance. There's some other cool things that you can do with it as well, like to optimize the actual range. Now, you're going to get at this station at 8%, but if you click this little car down here, you can change your settings of the car, and what it'll do is it'll put your AC into eco mode. It'll, of course, dump the suspension all the way, and a few other little things just to optimize range.
All right, guys, now we're gonna head up on our first leg of the trip. Thanks to Kyle for making sure that we are set up and ready to go. You wanna go ahead and tell everybody what your guys' channel is so they can find out all of their ever-knowing questions they have about EVs?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we take a pretty open approach to EVs. We like them, but we also love combustion cars as well. So we review everything on Out of Spec Reviews. That's sort of our hodgepodge channel where we do a bunch of stuff. But if you're curious about EV road tripping, we have a whole channel dedicated to that called Out of Spec Motoring, and I'll have a video also on this road trip, so feel free to check it out if this video doesn't bore you to death enough.
This video is fun. What are you talking about? This is exciting.
Just joking. But let's rock and roll.
All right, let's go. We have a Good Luck Mobil 1 Pegasus to give us a good luck charm on our road trip, and we're trying to think of a name for him, and I'm thinking Charlie is a good one. Right now, where we're going to stop is in 2 hours and 17 minutes, but once we get there, we're going to be at 22% of the battery, so we're completely fine, but we're stopping there because it's an EA charger and because that's where Kyle is stopping with his Taycan. So he's just going to make it on 1% when he arrives, so we can't go any farther without letting him recharge. So we'll see if he makes it. If not, we'll be picking him up, giving him a tow. So we're at 43% on the batteries right now, and they're at 92 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm interested to see if that number changes as we continue to drain the battery before we get there. It's so smooth, like it would be very easy to go way too fast and not realize that you're going really fast. And it's kind of interesting, like in a internal combustion car, like when you let off the gas, usually the car like slows down. It has like a bit of engine braking, but like with this thing, if I let off the gas, like I'll do it right now, like there's not a whole lot of decel that happens, so that's interesting. Hello?
Hey, how's your trip going?
It's going. We stayed in the Sport Plus mode maybe too long, so I'm
Yeah, that's fine.
a little bit lower on battery than we were supposed to be, but we're still gonna make it. Okay, it just popped up on my phone. Charging session completed. The summary of your charging session. You have charged 0 hours and 26 total minutes. Look at that. It knows what charging station I'm at. It tells me how much I charged. That's so cool. So now we're gonna get some food. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so there's not a lot of options. The only option we have is steak and shake. Can we get 2 number 1s, please? No onions on one of them. I'm sad, but I'm not sad, but I'm sad. I'm for sure not gonna be able to eat any more food today after I eat this. Thank you. It's not very emphasized or made very clear that you're not supposed to travel in the left lane. Like, they say it in driver's ed, but I think most people just forget. I don't know. And so then you have these people that just like, they're just chilling, just cruising in the left lane. And they're like, I get it, if you're going the speed limit, good on you, but like, man, like you don't travel in the left lane, you get over, and there's more car crashes that happen. It's like a proven statistic that because people are traveling in the left lane and they're not like staying to the right, the people that are traveling faster have to make more lane changes to get around them, and that causes more accidents. All right, guys, we are on our second stop for charging up our Taycans, and we're gonna say goodbye to Kyle because he's been such a great mentor for us, showing us everything we need to know about EV road tripping. Please go check out Kyle's channel. They have literally everything that you would want to know about EVs, road tripping, drifting, like all kinds of stuff. So please go check that out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in so far, and thanks so much to Kyle for hanging out with us for part of the day.
Oh, it was a freaking blast from my side. Thanks for having me. That was just epic. And yeah, I mean, I think the only things you need to remember is get the batteries warm, run the cars all the way out, and charge up just enough to get to the next station, and in between have a lot of fun.
Quali mode always.
That's right. Quali mode all the time.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Any American road trip would not be complete without a trip to Wally World. Alright, so we just finished getting some snacks and water at Walmart, and Kyle took off back to Detroit, and now we are seeing if we can make it all the way to our final destination at our Airbnb tonight. And it looks like we can make it, and I just wanted to make sure on the PlugShare app that there was charging stations are somewhat around where we're staying, and then, or at least on the way to Oshkosh for tomorrow, so we can make it there and back with no problems. And there is, so we should be all good. We're just gonna straight drive it now on the last leg, and then we'll go to bed. Very excited for sleeping. Oh man, the Yoder is destroyed. You know, I had a friend tell me once that calories on road trips don't count, so we're gonna pretend that's true. I feel like you can tell when I'm actually tired because I actually drive the speed limit. We'll see you guys at the Airbnb. Alright, good morning guys. So we got in pretty later last night than we wanted to, so we went straight to sleep. We were super tired. Now got some breakfast on the go while we charge up our Porsche Taycan, and we are just across the street from the Oshkosh Air Venture Show. So we're super excited because that's going to be our first time at the EAA Air Show ever. So I don't even really know what to expect, so very excited for that. PenFed is picking us up, and we're going to go basically hang out with them, see what's all going on, and then we will head to the track later on to do a track walk and touch base with the team before we get on track for tomorrow. Yeah, so finding a charging station this morning for our car up here where we are, because we're not like around super major cities. We drove to like 4 different places before we found one that like we weren't sure if it was working, and then finally got it to work. So it'd be super great if the infrastructure for charging electric vehicles got better and more of them, more accessible, which I understand won't really change until more people are buying EVs, but a little bit of a scary situation, I think, sometimes, not knowing if you're going to be able to charge your car. Because at least with gas stations, like, you know if you get to a gas station, it's going to work. And usually if a gas station is closed, there's another one open, like, right down the street. A little bit of a stressful morning. Just gonna eat my oatmeal, try and zen out before we embark. Alright guys, we are here at the EAA Air Show, and Gaurav with PenFed is gonna kind of walk us through what this whole thing is about. So how many people are here through this week at Oshkosh?
Yeah, so we're expecting about 600,000 to 650,000.
That is
and
crazy.
That's not the fun part. We got 10,000 plus planes in this entire campus. So people have flown all over US and Canada. They spend close to about 10 or 15 days just either camping out and just hanging out, and we've seen a good turn of people coming in. You see behind you, people want to meet you and everybody else. It's a fun event.
So, like, what are some of the most famous attractions or things you can do here at Oshkosh?
Yeah, so I think they love basically every day there's some event, either the air show, there's Boeing is here, they look at how planes are made, there are a lot of vendors, they kind of have fun, the helicopter rides, so it's a family event. And there's also a lot of kids here.
Yeah, I saw there's tons outside. They have their own little planes, or like, what's it called? The Young Eagles?
The Young Eagles program, and we just gave a $10,000 scholarship to the Young Eagles program because
Very cool.
it's so hard for people who to really get funding for it, and we just announced it this morning. So
That's congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for doing that. I'm sure the kids love that. What do we got going on here though at the PenFed pop-up? We've got a lot happening. We've got the simulators, and then we're gonna do a meet and greet with me and Mike later, right?
Yeah.
And then do you guys have anything else going on the rest of the week that people can come watch and stuff?
yeah, so we basically sponsoring the air show on Saturday. You can see the picture over there. We're sponsoring the culinary event. We're partnering with the Young Eagles. It's more about having fun, encouraging people to save, telling them about PenFed, but more about have fun, learn about financial planning.
Yeah.
But we are just here because we want to support the community.
We're happy to be here. So thank you guys so much for having us, and we'll continue to check out all the fun things happening.
Thanks for coming.
Racing life going.
It's good. Busy, yeah. Sabra, nice to meet you.
How are you?
Sabra, nice to meet you.
Lots of practice. What's it been like being the first woman in? Are you being welcomed? Is it?
I mean, I feel like I've usually the only one, so it's not like anything different than what I've experienced before.
Yeah.
It definitely, there are certain growing pains, maybe like people to understand that by me being there, it's not taking away from anyone else.
Right.
It's just more people are being included. And so I think some people feel a little bit more like, well, you're taking away.
Somebody else's spot kind of thing.
Yeah, and we don't want them to feel like that. Yeah. What about you guys? So what do you do?
We came in the mass arrival in Cirrus, so we fly the Cirrus aircraft, and
Oh, okay.
we had a chance to come in formation and arrive together, and
That's
we all
very
camp
cool.
together. So
All right, so that is the end of the meet and greet with PenFed. Now we're gonna grab some lunch, and then we're gonna actually go out and experience a little bit of the EAA air show. That is loud. This is Eric's favorite. He thinks it's the most badass plane here. I don't know because I'm not a plane expert, but I feel like if there's a fighter jet, I feel like that's cooler. But let's go check it out.
I like it because you can land it pretty much anywhere. It's like an SUV, super short landing strip.
It's like a man buying a truck.
yeah.
I can do all the things with this.
It's like a Bronco Raptor. Short field takeoff, landing, grass, dirt.
That's fair.
I'm basically just reciting the brochure.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
That's a very large boy. Blowing.
Hey, kiddo.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Welcome. Thanks for making the effort to do this.
Oh no, happy to
God.
come.
Is
I'm
your racing
excited
this
to come.
weekend?
Yeah, we're on track tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll drive to the track in a little bit, and then
You will.
we have track walk debrief, and then on track tomorrow
So
morning.
you tomorrow morning. This
So
is like
cool.
this is our Super Bowl week, right? So
Yeah. All right, guys. So we are done at Oshkosh. Kind of sad to leave. It was a very cool experience. I wish we had more time to stay and especially watch the actual air show and especially the exhibition that they have tonight. But we have to head back towards Road America, and we're gonna head to the track. So charging up the Taycan so we can actually make it there. As you can see, it's charging quite slowly. So we're gonna be here for a minute. See you guys on the road.